Yo, crypto fam, buckle up, because today we're diving into the Sonic blockchain, with total value locked exploding past $600 million, and a rebrand that's got everyone talking. Is Sonic the next big thing, or just another flash in the pan? We're unpacking the tech, the tokenomics, and the tweets that have the community buzzing. From 10,000 transactions per second to sub-second finality, Sonic's making bold claims. But with the S token's price doing the cha-cha, what's the real deal? If you're not familiar, Sonic used to be known as Fantom, but they've rebranded and are now positioning themselves as one of the fastest and most scalable Layer 1 blockchains out there. Stick around until the end as we break down the bullish case, the risks, and why this could be your next moonshot. So, what exactly is Sonic blockchain? Well, it's a Layer 1 blockchain that was previously known as Fantom. The rebranding to Sonic was a strategic move to focus more on DeFi, dApps, and cross-chain interoperability. And let me tell you, it's been paying off. Sonic is marketed as one of the fastest Ethereum virtual machine-compatible blockchains, boasting transaction finality in just 720 milliseconds and the ability to process over 10,000 transactions per second. That's insane speed, right? For comparison, Ethereum processes around 15 TPS. So Sonic is claiming to be hundreds of times faster. But it's not just about speed. Sonic also offers sub-second finality, which means transactions are confirmed almost instantly. This is a big deal for DeFi applications where speed and efficiency are crucial. Additionally, Sonic has a unique fee monetization model where developers can earn up to 90% of the transaction fees generated by their dApps. That's a huge incentive for devs to build on Sonic, and it's already attracting a lot of attention. Another key point is the $500 million treasury that's fueling growth. This war chest is being used to support ecosystem development, marketing, and partnerships, which is essential for any blockchain looking to scale. Take a look at this chart here. You can see that since the rebranding, Sonic's TVL has exploded, going from around $30 million to over $400 million in just a few months. That's a growth of over 1,400%. TVL is a crucial metric in DeFi because it shows how much capital is locked into the platform's protocols. The higher the TVL, the more trust and usage the platform has. So, this surge is a strong indicator that Sonic is gaining traction. Now, let's talk about some of the recent developments that have the community excited. First and foremost, the TVL milestone. As I mentioned, Sonic's TVL has surpassed $600 million. This rapid growth has positioned Sonic as one of the fastest-growing Layer 1 blockchains in the space. Another big piece of news is the integration with major exchanges, particularly Binance. Binance has expanded its support for Sonic, listing the S token for futures and margin trading with a USDT perpetual contract offering up to 75x leverage. This is huge because it increases liquidity and accessibility for traders, making it easier for people to get in on the action. Sonic has also launched new tools to enhance user experience. For example, they recently introduced an interactive tool to simplify asset bridging across blockchains. This is important because interoperability is a key challenge in the crypto space, and making it easier for users to move assets between chains can drive adoption. Let's take a look at what the community is saying. On X, there are posts highlighting Sonic's impressive stats. Over 25 million transactions, 758,000 unique addresses, and a TVL of $600 million. The sentiment is overwhelmingly bullish, with many seeing Sonic as an undervalued gem. Alright, so the tech and the news look promising, but what about the token price? Well, here's where things get interesting. Despite the massive TVL growth, the S token saw a significant price drop of over 60% in January 2025. Wait, what? How does that make sense? This disconnect between TVL and token price has raised some eyebrows. Some argue that the TVL surge might be driven more by speculative investments rather than genuine user activity. Others believe that the market is undervaluing Sonic's potential and that the price will catch up eventually. Looking at the charts, we can see that after the drop in January, the S token has been showing signs of recovery. In February, it surged 200% already, and my prediction is further upswing. I see bullish patterns like the descending wedge breakout, which often leads to price rallies, and Fibonacci levels pointing an upswing to $3.30 in this bull run. The trend on the daily chart is clearly up, with rising tops and bottoms, and the super trend indicator also shows us a bullish signal. On the sentiment side, there's a mix. Some investors are all in, calling Sonic the next big thing, while others are more cautious, pointing out the risks of a price top already. But overall, the buzz is positive, and the community seems to believe that Sonic has what it takes to compete with the big players. So, is there any other reason to be bullish on Sonic? Yes, the technology is another reason. With 10,000 TPS and sub-second finality, Sonic is positioning itself as a high-performance blockchain that can handle the demands of DeFi and other dApps. This is a significant advantage over slower networks. Second, the ecosystem is growing rapidly. There are already 65 dApps on the platform, and the number of token holders and active users is increasing. This growth is crucial for long-term success as it drives liquidity and adoption. Third, the rebranding and marketing efforts have been effective. The shift from Fantom to Sonic has brought renewed interest and visibility, especially with support from major exchanges like Binance. Fourth, the fee monetization model is a game changer for developers. By allowing devs to earn 90% of the transaction fees, Sonic is incentivizing innovation and attracting top talent to build on its platform. Of course, no investment is without risks, and Sonic is no exception. One of the main concerns is the sustainability of the total value locked growth. Is it driven by genuine user activity, or is it just speculative capital looking for quick gains? If it's the latter, there could be a risk of a sharp decline if sentiment shifts. Another challenge is proving scalability. While Sonic claims to handle 10,000 transactions per second, it needs to demonstrate that it can maintain this performance as the network grows. Scalability is a common issue in blockchain, and many projects have struggled to deliver on their promises. Additionally, the crypto market is notoriously volatile, and new projects can be particularly susceptible to price swings. Investors need to be aware of the risks and do their own research before jumping in. So, what's the verdict on Sonic blockchain? Well, it's clear that there's a lot of excitement and potential here. The technology is impressive, the ecosystem is growing, and the community is bullish as hell. However, there are also risks to consider, and it's important to approach any investment with caution. For full transparency, I'm an investor on Sonic. But if you're intrigued by Sonic and want to learn more, I encourage you to do your own research. Check out the official Sonic website, follow their social media channels, and keep an eye on the latest developments. And remember, never invest more than you can afford to lose. Before we wrap up, I want to thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment with your thoughts on Sonic, and don't forget to subscribe to Crypto Yield Pro for more daily in-depth crypto analysis. Also, if you're new to DeFi or looking to deepen your understanding, I've got something special for you. My ebook, Financial Freedom, The Ultimate Beginner's Guide, is a comprehensive resource that covers everything from the basics of blockchain to advanced DeFi strategies. It's perfect for both beginners and seasoned investors looking to sharpen their skills. You can find the link to the ebook in the first pinned comment below. Your support helps me keep bringing you quality content every day, so I truly appreciate it. And finally, if you haven't already, check out my previous video. It's linked somewhere in your screen. Stay safe, stay informed, and I'll see you tomorrow in the next one.